Rarin. I got a pop quiz for you, buddy. How many attributes are there in Yu-Gi-Oh?
At least one.
That is technically correct, but that is not the answer I was looking for. I was looking for an exact number. Do you even know what an attribute is? I guess let's start there.
Is the attribute... Okay, before I ask the question, remind me. Is the attribute like dark, light, whatever it is?
Correct.
Or is it...
Yes.
Oh,
it is
okay.
that.
Three or four?
There are 6. Well, technically there are 7, but we're going to omit one of them because one of them only applies to 3 specific monsters. So for the purposes of this video, there are 6. And so I want to say thank you, buddy, for giving me the idea for this video. I am going to show you Yu-Gi-Oh cards today, and you have to guess what the attribute of that card is. I did some fun Photoshop work to remove the attribute. You can use anything else on the card to try to figure it out. And we're going to have some fun. You ready?
Yeah.
Here's your first one.
Okay. Well, come on. Like, surely that's dark, right? Like, surely.
Surely?
Okay, hold on. Let me go through the ones I remember. Hold on. There's dark, there's light.
There's 2.
There's wind.
That's correct. 3.
I don't know any else.
So dark, light, wind. There's also earth, fire, and water. Those are the 6 attributes. Technically, divine is the 7th one, but that only applies to the Egyptian gods, which we're not going to cover. So you don't have to worry about that one. So if anything, you've got a 1 in 6 chance of getting it right if you just randomly guess.
Yeah, but I feel like that's okay. You're gonna write all this down. Okay, thank you. Okay. I mean, surely Dark Magician's dark. I don't know why they wouldn't do dark. Is there anything else on the card? Spellcaster normal. I mean, that doesn't really matter. Ultimate Wizard in terms of attack and defense. That doesn't change. Okay, let me do deduction here. It's not Earth. It's not fire. It's not water. I don't think Dark Magician's looking pretty windy, so he's not. I'm not gonna go with wind. No, he's not. He's not.
What do you mean? What do you mean? They're holding their hat so it doesn't get blown away in the wind. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Get it?
No, it's dark. It's dark. It's dark. I'm going dark. I'm pretty.
You're correct.
Okay,
You're correct. The Dark Magician is dark. I thought I'd started off easy for you so you can get the concept of the game. And speaking of starting off easy, let's see if you can get this one right.
Flame Swordsman. Okay, well,
tough one, huh? Tough one.
Surely this is fire, right? Like, okay, let me do.
Surely.
Deduction again.
Do your deduction. You have 1 in 6. You have a 1 in 6
There's no
chance.
water. There's no. It's not water. Wind doesn't make sense. Based on what this card is doing. Light. No. Dark. Like maybe. No. I mean, like I'm probably reading in this. So I'm gonna go fire again. I'll go fire.
You're correct. The Flame Swordsman is fire. I wanted to start it off just like you did in a recent video. I want to start it off easy for you. But now that's over. Here's your actual first card.
Okay. Dark Witch. Let me just copy paste this so I always have it on another screen here. Okay. Water doesn't make any sense. Fire doesn't make sense either. Earth. No. What's going on with this witch, by the way? Is she right? No. Wind.
She's kind of a baddie. She's kind of a baddie.
I mean, like, if you're gonna be the one to say it, I agree. Wind. Okay. I don't think it's light. It's literally called Dark Witch, which makes me feel like it follows the same thing as Dark Magician. But wind makes sense for a witch, so it could be one or the other.
Why does wind make sense for a witch? Out of curiosity.
Because witches fly. So I want to go with witch. Dark is interesting.
Why is dark interesting?
Because it's called. What do you mean? Why? What the fuck?
This is like the mind games because it's like, how badly am I messing with you?
No, I mean, okay, this is going to be a litmus test here. I'm going to still go with dark. I feel like the fact that it's dark in the name is just too obvious for me not to pick dark. So I'll go dark.
Is that your final answer?
That's the final answer.
Let me ask you a question before I reveal it. Do you think this card ever got played?
It's 5 stars. You have to sacrifice something for it to be played.
Would you believe if I told you it was?
I mean, it's ego. I guess everything's possible, but explain. Explain.
So Dark Witch did see a small stint of playability. The reason is because of her attribute and her attack power, funny enough. So I remember we did a video a few episodes back where I showed you like you play like 3 of a really good card and 1 of a really bad card. This is one of the really bad cards you would play to facilitate one of the really good cards because everything about her just matched what you needed for that deck to work. And she had the highest attack. No. She didn't have the highest attack power because there was a different card. I think it was like her typing. There was some particular reason that she got played like specifically over the other one has like 1900 attack with basically all the same stats. I think it might have been because she was a fairy. Someone can correct me in the comments. But The Dark Witch is, in fact, not dark. She is a light monster.
What? Oh my god, I thought you were gonna say wind. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
But yes, being a light monster was very important because for the Brilliant Fusion, you needed to send a light monster to the graveyard, and she was the best light monster for what you were trying to do with that particular.
What is is it purely for like what? Like balance reasons? Like is it the flavor? Are they drunk at Konami? Like why is it a light? What is going on here? Like
great question. I could not tell you. So that is going to set the tone for how this video is going to go. Anyway, you did so well with that one. Let me go ahead and send you your next one.
All right. Are they all going to have dark in the name? Dark zebra.
I will let you know they will not all have dark in the name.
Okay, if this is the only card in your I'm gonna read this just in case it gives me any ideas.
You could. Yeah, there might be clues in the text. There might be clues in the text.
If this is the only card you control during your standby phase, it is automatically placed in defense position. You cannot change the position on this card during this. Okay, that didn't help me at all. It's a beast. Okay, if it's a beast, it makes me think of Earth more, especially because it doesn't have wings.
Okay,
that's from Hearthstone's perspective.
Zebras do not fly, Raren. That is correct.
I mean, I don't know. The fucking Dark Witch is light. Who knows anymore? Hey, dark is on the. I mean, fucking all of these are on the field now. Like I don't know. Like it could be a light zebra in disguise. Probably not fire. Probably not water. So it's earth, light, or dark. We're really gonna do this. Right? I'm really gonna say dark again. It's gonna turn out it's gonna be fucking not even on the list, and then I'm gonna get lost every card.
How do you think I felt when you had me guess the mana value of cards? Huh?
I mean, like the mana value, first and foremost, if this is your revenge, this isn't even the same league as me because first and foremost, Timo, you have done these videos how many times? And on top of that, you can deduce from how good you are as a card game player to figure out the mana cost of a Hearthstone card because you were relatively close every time. Like, what the fuck do you mean? The Dark Witch is light. It doesn't make any sense. There's nothing I can do to figure. Okay, I'm going with dark.
Do you think this card saw play?
It's not horror. It looks pretty bad.
but the Dark Witch saw play.
Yeah, but the Dark Witch was for light, I guess. So unless it's the same reason, I'm gonna go with no.
Okay.
Actually, he's got some fat attack. Okay.
He is fat attack. Like so, old Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't want to say Dark Zebra saw like no play. It was an 1800 beater, which like in old Yu-Gi-Oh! Was very good and there were very few of. It did have a big downside, but if you had another guy, like you could just play Dark Zebra and it had no downside basically. So I don't want to say this card saw no play, but it saw like very little play. In like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! You never played this card. You were correct, but you were wrong. It was Earth. You said dark. You should have gone with your gut.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, at least I have some kind of idea.
All right.
Oh my.
You have some kind of idea, huh? What do you think about this one?
I mean, okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Dude, I'm still mad about the witch being light instead of dark. Even though fire Kraken. Okay. Light. No. Wind. Earth. Krakens are in the water. So
there might be some context clues in the text box.
It does. I see aqua, and it's a squid that thrives on fire and heat. Obviously, because it's a fire Kraken. So fire and water actually both make sense for this, based on the card's description. Dark doesn't make too much sense. Light and dark is hard because regardless of the name of the card, is light and dark like their, how do I put this? Is it like something to do with them, like their what they are, or is it more like a mind state? Like, are they like in the light because they fight for the light? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is it? Is it just random? It might be random. I'm not sure what the...
I'll be honest with you. It might be random. That might be the actual answer to your question.
All right.
Because digging up some cards for this video, I will say it's going to get very interesting the more this goes on.
God. Okay. I'm going to go with water. Think water.
Water.
I'll go with water because it's
you think
aqua.
The fire Kraken is water?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Krakens are in water.
Well, this one is not because it's fire. You're wrong.
Why the fuck does it say aqua if it's fire? What the hell does aqua mean? Like, what is that? What is that?
That would be its type. It is an aqua fire.
That's fucking 50-50, dude. There's no, like, what do you mean? It's a Kraken in water for sure. Like, you can see the water around him, and he's a fire type. Like, what am I doing here? Dude, just call them fire, water. Okay, whatever. It's fine.
You did, Oh my god, I'm literally crying. You did so well with fire monsters before. Let's see how you do with another one.
Oh my god, this is so... Okay. Dark Fire Soldier, number 1. Sick abs, bro. Okay.
He's pretty ripped. He's very ripped. Yeah.
Okay. It literally says pyro on the card, and it says an explosive expert from a special elite force. That's the flavor text. Okay, so let me go through the list here again. Dark doesn't make sense. Light doesn't make sense. Wind doesn't make sense.
Dark doesn't make sense. It's in the name. Dark Fire.
I mean, okay, you're not wrong, but like, compare that shit to fucking... I mean, I was gonna say compare it to fucking Dark Magician, but that didn't apply to Dark Witch anyways. Maybe it's like more in the art that I'm giving it credit for. It's like, I guess you could look at the witch. If I didn't read the title, I could make the case that it might be for the light. Like it's a lighter back. I mean, I was gonna say it's a lighter back on the Dark Magician, but I don't think that's the case at all. Oh my god, this is just, what is this? What is this? This is so ridiculous. Okay,
I thought you'd like today's video.
Dark seems wrong. I don't know why. I don't like it. I like pyro. I like fire. Maybe Earth, because it's like a humanoid and like I can maybe see it. Is it weird? I'm trying to picture like the color of like the icon itself to see if it would match the card. I don't think that's the case though. So
I don't think that's weird. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with fire type here. I'm gonna go with fire type, but I could see it being Earth. I don't know about dark. I'm gonna go with fire.
Final answer.
Final answer.
You are correct. He is fire.
You
did not take the bait twice.
Thank God. Okay.
I think that is the only one you've gotten correct so far. It's only going to go downhill.
Hey, I got the first. I got Dark Magician right. Don't lie to me.
Those were the freebies. Those don't count. You know that.
Freebies? The other ones are like completely rando here. Oh my god.
Have fun.
You could ask actual Yu-Gi-Oh players to know if they would know this, and I guarantee they wouldn't.
It's funny you say that. Yeah, this is you right now. I did actually test this with one of my friends, and I thought this was very fun because they actually struggled with this as well. So.
Okay, so that just verifies the fact that this is completely random. Oppressed people. It literally says aqua for some reason. What did you say? That's their subtype?
That's their type.
Okay, what is an aqua type? Like water? I mean, are they Pokemon? Aqua. Yeah, what does that mean? Like, look at this art. Like, there's no relation between that and the art.
Very funny you say that. Yu-Gi-Oh's great, isn't it?
That's, oh my god. They are oppressed, but believe they will have their freedom someday. That's really nice. Got to keep it going.
Yeah, exactly. It's you, right? That's me whipping you right now, actually, in the artwork.
Jesus. Oh my god. Okay, definitely not light. There's no fucking way this is light. Wind, earth, I could see. Fire, I can kind of see. Water, dark, yeah, I can see dark. This is pretty dark. Oppress people, like what the hell? Like they really had no better name for this.
Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh, my friend.
Hey, it's dark. I'm going with darker earth here. The other ones don't make as much sense here. Okay. Earth makes sense because they're humans. It looks like they're in some kind of castle mountain type. So that's not the case. Well, I mean, it could matter. Oh my god. The thing that is distracting me here is like it looks like the whip is like doing like a fire explosion when it hits him. But
okay.
I don't know if that's actually. I think that's just trying to like signify that the whip is actually hitting. It's actually hitting the lash.
I think I think that's probably what it's going for.
I'll rip a dark here. I'll rip a dark. I feel like maybe the theme.
Dark.
Yeah, I think the theme they're going for is like this is a pretty dark card. I could see earth though. I'm 50-50 on it, but I'll go dark.
Well, you are incorrect. Right? You should have gone with the aqua thing because it's water.
What? What? Oh, you're so right. I should have gone with the aqua thing. Oh wait, hold on. I go up to fire Kraken and it's not the This is what the hell? Yo, is this Yu-Gi-Oh card banned? I don't know, Konami. Where on the dartboard did it hit? It's the same fucking thing.
No, this is the community. We're the oppressed people, and Konami's the whip cracker.
Oh, it's true. That's true. That's true.
Anyway, here's your next one.
R.I.P. Edison. What is this? People running about? Dude, are these people human? Like, are they even trying with these cards? What is this? This one doesn't even have a type. It looks so strange with that one.
I removed the type from this one because I thought you would get the oppressed people one so easily, and you didn't. So now you don't get the type anymore.
Oh, yes. We had to make this harder for me. Oh, you're so right. People running about. Although they always suffer in silence, they swear an oath to inevitably revolt. I mean, that's wonderful.
This is what you want to be doing right now.
Where are they running? Like, is this the town center? Like, I don't, what? Okay, let me go. I mean, do I even go through the list anymore? Dark.
You just want to throw a dart at a dartboard.
Can we record this in a day? Let me prime a dartboard here, and then we'll
you don't have a wheel handy that you can spin?
I mean, I could do it online. You know what? That'd actually be really funny. Hold on a second. Wheel spinner. Watch this if this gets right, I'm trusting in the wheel every single time. Hold on.
To be fair, you have a 1 in 6 chance of getting it right regardless. So.
No. The wheel is right.
The wheel is right.
If I'm gonna be honest though, again, I'm going with the same philosophy that this is Earth and or dark. Well, it can't be and, but Earth or dark.
Or can it be and? Interesting you say that.
No, there's no way it's 2 types. That'd be illegal. Okay, what did the wheel say? Wait, the wheel said it's water. Hold on, what? Okay, I'm going with dark. If it's water, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
If it's water, you're gonna lose it. If it's water, you're gonna lose it. Is it water? Okay, interesting. Maybe I should show you the type, and maybe you'll change your mind.
If it says aqua, I'm gonna lose my mind, bro. Like, there's no way.
Nope. Let's show you the type.
Pyro. Okay, so wait, you think it's fire? No, I'm not getting bait here. I'm going with dark. If it's fire, I regret it, but it's fine. I don't think that type has any. Yes. What is it?
I literally gave it to you, and it is fire.
Yeah, but like, what does that, bro? Like, what do you mean you gave it to me? It does not matter, man.
I gave you the pyro. What are you talking about?
Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. Okay, it's fine.
I'm sure you'll do better on this one.
I can't wait.
I'm sure you'll do better on this one.
United Resistance. Oh my god, like what? The people that gather to swear to fight their oppressors are revolutions. What is this? What's going on here? Who is being
These are actually telling a story, funny enough. These 3 cards are telling a story.
All right, let me read it. Okay, the oppressed people are getting whipped. They're running about to start the revolt. And then the resistance them is starting the revolt together, the rebellion. Okay, so that means if the first one's water, the second one's fire, that means they can't be water or fire, right? So this one has to be Earth.
It has to be Earth?
Has to be Earth. That's my
your final answer? Is that what the wheel says?
Let me spin the wheel. Waiting, hold on. The wheel is going with light. Listen, I don't agree with the wheel. I'm going with
you don't agree with the wheel. All right, here. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give you the type. I'm gonna give you a chance to possibly change your answer.
Thunder? What? So it's wind? What would you classify thunder like as? It's more of an earth thing than it is a wind thing. It's not like the wind. I guess the wind may like skew the direction of the thunder. I'm actually not sure how those two interact. I wonder if I think the thunder might pierce through the wind. I don't think it really cares what the wind's doing. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Rarin defines weather patterns. This is gonna be the title of this video.
Meteorologists in the comments, can you let me know how the thunder interacts with the wind? I actually have no idea.
Do you think thunder is a wind or an earth?
It's more just like, okay, maybe this is a side tangent here. Like, let's say the winds are going like a 90 miles per hour. Like it's a substantial wind. Like if you go outside, you might, a thunder's coming. Okay, the thunder is like, let's just say for this conversation, it just goes straight down. Do you think the wind skews the thunder so it starts going into a different direction? Or like, do you think the thunder's just piercing through the wind and it doesn't care?
I mean, thunder is sound. I don't think it is. Wait, I think it's pretty agnostic to the wind, to be honest with you.
Wait, but don't you see the thunder? Am I tripping? Like you see what? Is it lightning that you see?
You see lightning. You hear thunder.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't paid attention to that shit since I was like 6, so I don't know. The only thunder and lightning I know is from the movie Cars, my guy. Like I'm not sure. And I do know lightning comes before thunder because of Lightning McQueen and the other guy.
Okay, you know that. That's true. Yeah.
I'm going with, you know what? I'll go with Earth.
Okay, you learned that from Cars of all things. You're going with Earth. Well, unfortunately, it is wind. You should have gone with your other instinct. Oh my god. So the story here is that the people are oppressed and they were like lacking water, and then they're like running about because like whatever the royal people are like destroying their village or whatever, and so then they create the resistance because like the fire got lit up inside them to create the resistance, and now it's like the storm is coming, which is why I'm literally just making this shit up, but basically
it sounds like it is.
Like,
it sounds like
that's basically the shitty Yu-Gi-Oh lore that we have on some of our cards sometimes. So I thought you'd thoroughly appreciate that. Anyway, this is going well. Let's see what you think about your next card here. This is going to be very interesting.
Oh my god. What the fuck is this atrocity on my screen? Element dragon? This monster gets the... Okay, it's a dragon. Okay, dragons are notably with fire. Actually, that's not necessarily true.
Very interesting you say that. Read the card.
The monster gets the following effects while there is a monster / monsters with the following attribute or attributes on the field. Fire this card gains. Okay. Hold on. Stop for a second. If that, okay, this card is fine.
Okay.
Now let me ask you.
This seems kind of like a Hearthstone card in a way.
Let me ask you a question here. Let's say
I'm open to questions.
Hypothetically, this card's fire, okay, or wind, right? It doesn't matter which one.
Okay.
Does it get the benefit, or is it looking for another monster?
It says this monster gets the following effects while there is a monster with the following attribute on the field. So that means it would count itself.
Okay, I'm gonna go to balance here for 1 second. Is an elemental dragon 2000 attack for 4 stars that you don't have to sacrifice pretty good? That sounds really good.
If you want some context, this card is very old. This card is from, I want to say, 2004. So the 3rd year Yu-Gi-Oh! Existed.
Was 2000
and so
attack?
I would agree with you that if your assumption is correct, that is a 2000 normal summon, that would be very good.
In a world where like that's the case, I don't think they're printing this with fire. That sounds really good. This card destroyed your opponent's monster by battle, attacking it once in a row. So that's a wind. Elements, there's usually 4, which is water, earth, fire. Air in this case would be wind. Water, they haven't said water or earth, so it has to be one of the 2. Is a dragon more catered towards wind or earth? Probably, water or earth. Probably earth. Water is not a typical dragon attribute in like any other game. Can't think of a water dragon.
Okay.
Can you think of a water dragon? Like, is there one in like a game you played recently? I don't think so.
That's interesting.
It is interesting, right? I have a feeling this is fire and like.
What did you say? What did you say about not seeing a water dragon in a game anytime soon?
Oh God. When was this printed? This is 2020. This is that's actually
no. This is a reprint. This was printed in initially GX 2005, so the year after Element Dragon came out.
Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna rip like Earth here, I guess. I think Earth makes the most sense. I don't think it. I think
so you don't think it. You don't think it benefits itself, is what you're saying. You don't think they gave it an attribute to like fuel its own effect.
See, that's my initial thought, right? Like that's why I asked, because I was like, it could be. This could be a bait entirely, and it's just fire or wind, right? But I do think fire's really good with this, no? So like that's why I was curious. Sure. Wind, maybe.
You said Wind Fury is good in Hearthstone. I mean.
Yeah, but what does that? How does that translate over to? I guess maybe.
Good question.
If we're looking for the type specifically here, like I can see, is Wind too broken to have this? This card destroyed your opponent's monster by battle, can attack once again in a row.
I'll also give you some context here. If there is a fire and a wind monster on the field, it gets both effects. So then it's a 2000 attacker that can attack twice.
Well, I knew that. Thank you.
I was letting you know in case you thought it was only like one or the other.
All right,
I was clarifying.
We'll rip wind. I'll try wind, but let me see what the wheel has to say first.
I was gonna say, what's the wheel have to say?
The wheel is putting up with. Oh, it's going with Earth. Ooh, it's a toss up between me and the wheel here. But you know, I'm gonna try. You know what? I'm trusting the wheel. Let's go with Earth. I was saying Earth or wind. I'll believe in the wheel here.
You're gonna believe in the wheel? All right. Well, the wheel led you astray. It is a light, as a matter of fact.
Oh my God! What do you mean, bro? That's not an element. Well, I mean, in the typical sense, it's not. Oh. Okay.
I will say it would be interesting if it did have its like own attribute to like fuel one of its own effects, because then it's like if it gets negated, it loses that effect. But I think it'd probably be too good in that instance. But I say too good. It probably wouldn't be that good.
Oh.
You're incorrect. I'll help you out here. I'll help you. This one, you're definitely gonna get this one. I believe in you. If anything, the wheel will get in it. I'm gonna help you out here.
Is the confidence angle? What the fuck? Orca, Mega Fortress of Darkness. Jesus Christ, what is going on there? Is the lair or the fortress inside the whale?
It's the whale is the fortress.
By
it has
attributing,
like the
it looks like some Dr. Evil type shit. I don't know if you've seen Gold Member. It's kind of reminding me of that. By attributing 1 torpedo fish on your side of the field, destroy 1 monster on the field. By attributing 1 cannonball shellfish on your side of the field, destroy 1. Okay, that didn't really help me. It's a sea serpent. So like, I mean, the immediate obvious ones are dark and water.
Interesting. Okay. What's the wheel say?
Let me spin it. The wheel is saying. What do you think the wheel's gonna say? Let's figure this out. The wheel is saying Earth once again. Earth? Okay, I don't think
interesting for a whale that it's Earth. Okay.
I mean, it's a mammal. Like mammals are kind of earthy if you think. Wait, no, wait. Whales are mammal.
Man, I want the rails.
God, this is so stupid. I mean, it's not. There's no way it's fire. There's no way it's wind. Like, if you tell me this shit's wind, I'm ending the call. I'm gonna go with water. I think water makes like the most sense. But
okay, it makes the most sense. But like, has this video made sense?
This is just no. It has not. It has not. Yeah, I'll go with water. I mean, it's a fucking. It's a goddamn whale, bro. Like, what else would it be? Like, I guess dark may trump that.
What else would it be? Interesting question. Is that your final answer?
Yes. Yes. Dark.
You go with
water,
dark?
Water. I believe in Konami.
Yeah, I'm glad you do.
Orca
Mega Fortress of Darkness is in fact water. You got it correct.
Oh my god, fuck me. Okay. So stupid.
This is fun. I know why you did this now. This is great.
Oh my god, there's just no deduction. What do you mean? Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
What do you mean? You're having a great time. All right, here's your next one.
This is abuse for the record. Rapid fire magician. Someone help me, please. Rapid fire magician. What? Okay, rapid fire. Okay, does that mean like actual fire? Or does that mean like they're firing quite fast? Right. That's a weird one.
You tell us. That's a great question.
Inflict 400 damage to your opponent each time you activate a normal. Okay, so that's rapid fire. It's not like actual fire. But he kind of looks like he's in this realm of like fireness. It's very red in there.
Realm of fireness.
Well, I was gonna say like up. Seen like you seen Stranger Things?
No.
Okay, for people who have season 4 Upside Down, where like Vecna's from, it kind of reminds me of that. You should watch that show.
Remind you of?
Yeah, it's pretty. It actually looks like it too. It's kind of weird. So that makes you think fire or dark. There's no way this is light. There's no way.
There's no way it's light. Interesting. Okay.
Earth. What is this guy doing, by the way? Like,
he's just juggling his balls.
Is he holding something to juggle the balls with though? Like, it looks like he's holding a staff. So these images are like rather small. So I'm trying to like zoom these bitches in.
Yeah, with the images are not great, especially because I have to Photoshop them. So I apologize.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I'll go with dark. I think dark makes sense.
Why do you think dark? Out of curiosity.
Dark has like okay. Just specifically for the art style, the vibes are completely dark. Like, it looks like this guy's fucked up.
Okay.
Dark magician, who he kind of looks like, was also dark, but I also think the fact of like throwing, or like I guess whatever this thing is, at your opponent means like you're using like dark magic is basically what I'm going for here. So
you think the balls are dark magic instead of like fire magic?
Yes. And
you're so. What does the wheel say? What does the wheel say about this one?
You're so shocked I got it.
Out of curiosity.
They're going with water. I don't think it's water.
Okay. All right. So you are correct. Rapid fire magician is dark. You got it. I'm impressed. Magicians, like, I don't want to say all the time, but like a lot of the magicians in the game are probably dark type in some capacity. And so you did not take the bait on this one with the fire being in the title. So I'm very impressed. Good job.
Feels good.
See, it's so easy. Like, what are you complaining about?
Thank you.
You're doing fine.
Thank you.
Anyway, here's your next one.
How the hell first and foremost, what the fuck is this?
It's an air orca.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I was trying to pronounce it with like the R, like starting the second word or the second syllable.
Oh, like a roca?
Yeah, that's what I was going with. Yeah. Now that you say that makes a lot. Air orca makes a lot more sense. Why didn't they put a space? Okay, whatever. Sea serpent once again, so that makes me think it's water. Once per turn, you can banish one fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monster from your hand. Then target one face-up card your opponent controls. Destroy that target, then banish this card until your next standby phase. Okay. That doesn't really help me, unfortunately. The last whale was a sea serpent, was also aqua. This guy's got like red kind of scales on it though, which is giving me a little weirder vibes. He's also like, I feel like his fins are kind of like wings, and that makes more sense because it's an air orca, right?
Yeah, of course. So it's an air orca.
Now like classic. You see this in nature all the time.
It's an air orca. Yeah, I see the.
Now I'm thinking about the fact that this could be a wind.
Okay.
But why would it be a wind is the better question. I guess it kind of makes sense.
That's a great question. That's a great question. Does it make sense?
No.
You said you were gonna quit if it was wind for the other one.
Yeah, but now this one makes more sense. It's got the wind vibes.
This one makes more sense, you say. Okay. All right. I'm with you.
It's got the wind vibes, right? Like, because now it's got wings, or fin wings, or whatever you want to call them. Fins.
Fin wings. Okay.
Yeah. God. Okay, you can banish one fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monster from your hand, then target one face-up card your opponent controls. Would it want you to? I mean, I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh really cares if an aqua type targeted its own thing. I'm gonna go with wind. I feel like if they made it an air orca, like they would follow that typing, right?
Sure. You think they would, huh?
Surely.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
The air orca. Do you think this card's good, by the way?
I think it's actually never seen play.
This card's never seen play.
It's like it kills a monster.
In like sealed or like limited, it's like fine. But like in terms of like actual play, this card's never seen play. However, you're correct. This was a win. I'm very happy that you managed to pick up on that one because I was hoping you would rage quit, but you did not fall for it.
Okay.
In any case, good luck with this one. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I'm locking in. I'm honing in my talents here. Oh God. Hungry Burger. The classic monster.
Classic.
Warrior and ritual. You can ritual summon this card with the hamburger recipe. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Tells you nothing.
So what is a hamburger? Hamburger is a bun. Well, in this case, it's a bun, tomato, lettuce, meat, another piece of lettuce, and teeth. So let's get the obvious ones out of the way. There's no way this is wind. Let's know.
No way it's wind. Okay. What is your assessment that it's not wind? Just out of curiosity.
There's no wings. There's no wings.
No wings? Okay.
I don't see that.
But how does it move?
I would imagine that it kind of pushes off the base of itself and it kind of like hops.
It just hops.
Yeah, like
a frog.
Kind of like how yeah, like a frog's a good example of that. It uses its bottom bun as leverage to get some air. And
Okay.
it carries the momentum for it. It probably takes a while for it to get started, but once it's going, it's hard to stop. So
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming here.
I'm with you.
You ever seen like a mimic chest? You ever seen one of those? You ever played with Dark Souls?
It's like one of these. Yeah, it looks like a mimic. Okay, I can see it.
That's what I'm thinking. Which makes me think that this isn't like a fire, water, wind kind of guy. Like it's like a dark or a light.
It seems like a dark or a light. Okay.
Maybe earth. But I mean, the only reason
all the things on it come from the earth.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. But like, if I'm thinking magic here, which I think dark and light seem to be some kind of magic relation, I think Hungry Burger would be more dark than light. So
it seems more dark than light.
I'm gonna go with dark, and we'll go from there.
Now, the main question: what does the wheel think? Because that's what everyone cares about.
It's so true. Hold on, it's spinning. Can
people. I don't know about your community. The people in our community love wheels. Anything with a wheel, people lose their mind.
Wheels are fun. It picks fire. It's not fire. He's coping. I'm going with dark. I'm going with dark.
He's going with dark. Final answer. I think you may have cracked the code, Rare, and you are correct. Hungry Burger is, in fact, dark. I thought maybe you think it's Earth, just because, like, again, all the things come from the Earth. So I thought that'd be a fun one for you. But you did not take the bait.
Thank you. I'm cooking.
You are cooking. You're cooking a Hungry Burger, apparently. All right, next one.
Banisher of the Light. Okay, it's a fairy type. Any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. That's kind of a cool effect.
This card's actually very old. This was like a third set ever printed, actually.
Did that see play? That's a cool card. Cool tech card.
I want to say no. It saw like maybe very, very little play early on because it is a 2000 defender.
Oh, so the actual effect didn't matter. Okay.
I mean, because in early Yu-Gi-Oh, there wasn't as much crazy graveyard stuff going on yet. So I think this card like just... It's kind of more of a victim of like it was not printed at a time where it was like useful. But I don't want to say it never saw play. In like very niche instances, it probably saw some play.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Because like it took a while for the graveyard to become like super central for Yu-Gi-Oh. And so like without that, like this card, he's a wall, if anything.
Okay, I'm starting to realize I scrolled up. Any humanoid type. Oh, never mind. The fire fucking guy's fire. Damn it.
What were you gonna say?
Any
humanoids like dark or light?
Yeah, it seems like that's the case, but you have to dig it back now because that's not the case. Okay, let me go through the metrics here. Banisher of the Light. That would mean my first idea would be dark. Okay. So like I guess the inverse of light
should make sense. I agree with you. Yeah.
Fire doesn't make sense as a banisher of the light because fire is like also light. So why would they want to banish it? So I don't think that's the case. Water doesn't make sense either unless I'm legitimately thinking that water like extinguishes fire, but I don't think that makes a lot of sense. I'll get back to it. Wind? No. No, there's no way it's wind. He's not flying. There's no, unless he, like, where is this guy? Any context of where this guy is? He looks like he's in a fucking portal.
He's in the void, apparently, from what it looks like. I don't know why old Yu-Gi-Oh cards just have, like, this, like, gaseous miasma in the background, because it's just some, like some random, like, auto-generated crap that they use for the background of, like, every Yu-Gi-Oh card. Like, look at Hungry Burger. Look at, like, you can look at all these old cards. Like, all the backgrounds, like, are just, like, they're, like, nothing. It's just, like, random, like, it's just like a void. All these cards are just in the void.
Okay, so if he's in the void, I mean, that doesn't help me with the wind idea, but I don't think it's wind.
Helps
so
you with
like,
the dark idea. Helps you with the dark idea.
True. Okay, it's light, dark, or earth for me. I really
Narrow down to 3.
I really don't think it's earth. Earth doesn't make sense. I feel like all these, like I'm gonna call them elementals. I'm not sure elemental types. I'm not sure if dark and light really is considered an elemental type.
I know what you mean though. Like the 4 main elements.
Yeah,
sure. I get what you mean.
I wouldn't put that with what this guy's doing. This guy's doing some magic. Now, it's either like, is a banisher of the light somebody who uses light magic to stop
other light magic?
Yeah. Like, in order for you to do that, you need to know light. So that therefore he's casting light magic.
Okay. Okay.
Priest in Hearthstone does use holy spells that deal damage, but it's not as often as like shadow spells. But they're still there. Same as Paladin. Paladin uses holy spells in order to deal damage as well. So I could see it. He also kind of looks like a priest kind of guy.
He kind of gives that vibe. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
All right. You know what? I'll go light. Let me spin the wheel.
Or I was gonna say, what does the wheel say? That's what anyone cares about.
The wheel is going with earth. I don't trust the wheel here. No, there's no way.
Don't trust the wheel here. Interesting. He doesn't trust the wheel.
The way you said that, it was kind of making me want to trust the. No, I'll go with light. I think light maybe seems fine.
Yeah. You are correct.
Oh my god.
He is in fact light.
Holy shit.
I thought that one was going to trip you up. I thought you might think it was like earth or something like that. But no, it is in fact a light monster, which is like, again, it's so weird how many things are like counterintuitive to the name of them. But I think it's like you said, it's like he's a priest who knows light magic to banish the other light magic.
That's what I was. Yeah, exactly. And
also like the effect to like kind of like purify the graveyard by like banishing everything. That seems like a very light type of effect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. See, like you were like you were complaining so much, and now you're like getting all of them right. I guess I need to make them harder. Anyway, here we go.
Ultimate Obedient Fiend. Okay. This card can only attack if this card is the only card on your side of the field. This card is the only card on your side of the field, and if you also have no cards in your hand, the effect monsters that this card destroys are negated. Why would that ever be relevant?
The second part of the effect?
Yeah, like you would kill it anyways, no? I guess if like it had some like if it goes to like the graveyard or something like it.
Yeah,
it
so if there's any like graveyard trigger, it negates that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so like there's plenty of cards in old Yu-Gi-Oh that say when this card's destroyed by battle, when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard. So if Ultimate Obedient Fiend kills those effects don't trigger, which is actually like pretty good. There's like a couple other cards that do that, but it's not a very, for my old Yu-Gi-Oh standard, that is not a very common line of text. So that is actually like quite valuable to it.
Okay, no, I got you. This is a very expensive guy. Okay, so I'm gonna Ultimate Obedient Fiend. A fiend makes me think of a demon. Demon is related to Warlock and Hearthstone. Warlock is mainly shadow spells and fel spells, so both of them are dark magic. In terms of the actual elements, air, I mean, okay, water does not make sense for this. There's no way. Fire, potentially. Demons do like fire.
Okay.
Earth, like, it's not like, it doesn't look like an elemental being, so I don't like earth. Air, kind, or wind, sorry. Doesn't look windy either. There is that weird, like, blue ripple, which makes me think it's like electric, which is why I'm holding back on like wind.
Oh, interesting. Earth. Okay.
But I don't think that's the case. Light doesn't make sense. Warlock is not, like, if I'm basing this on, it seems like Hearthstone classes like kind of give me some idea. Warlock has literally no spells that are like considered light magic or holy magic. So
okay.
I think it has to be dark, but I could see fire, but I could also somewhat see earth and or wind depending on what I guess wind. Wait, hold on a second. What did we give the last card to that had like electricity involved?
Which one had electricity? Well, United Resistance was a thunder type.
Yeah, that doesn't help me though a ton. God, this is, I don't know. I want to go dark. Let me see what the wheel's saying. Hold on.
I think dark makes sense. What's the Oracle wheel telling you?
The wheel.
I think the wheel is like
It's saying fire. It's saying fire.
Interesting. Okay. The wheel so far is 0 for however many of these cards we've done. I'm pretty sure. So
the wheel.
Fire was in your short list.
Yeah, but I just don't. It really doesn't look like if I'm thinking Warlock minions here, like Warlock actually has a decent amount of fire spells, so that's the thing.
Oh, does it? Interesting. Oh yeah, because there's like
Hellfire. Soulfire is also a fire spell. Yeah, like there's a lot of. It's weird. I think I have to go with dark here. It's like the only one that makes like any sense though. It looks so darky, and I don't think this is gonna be light, so I'll go dark.
The wheel prophecy has come true.
Is it actually fire?
I thought you were gonna get it. I thought like as soon as you were going down the fire route, I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna figure it out.
Yeah. That is a toss up. That is a tough one to do because like it does.
That is a tough one.
Now that I'm comparing it to Hearthstone though, or the Hearthstone classes, or I guess Warcraft like in general, like it does seem like they actually thought these things through a little bit. Not sure about the actual.
A little bit. Yeah. Anyway, here's your next one.
Dark Bishop Archfiend. Okay, it's another fiend. Once per turn during your standby phase, you may pay 5,000 life points. This is not optional, or this card is destroyed. When resolving an opponent's card effect that targets an Archfiend monster you control, roll a 6-sided die and negate the effect if you roll a 1, 3, or 6, and if you do, destroy that card.
That seems like a Hearthstone type card.
That has, by the way, that has dark all over it. Like that looks like a dark card.
I mean, it has dark in the name.
I mean, you're not wrong, but look at this guy. He screams Warlock.
So this is like arguably one of Yu-Gi-Oh's first archetypes. I don't know if I've ever shown you these before. These are the Archfiends. They're all based on chess pieces. So this is like the bishop. So like it's Dark Bishop Archfiend. You can see in the background there's a chessboard. So all the Archfiends are like there's like a pawn, there's a rook, there's a knight, there's a queen, there's a king. And so this is like one of the first like unified like decks, if you will, that Yu-Gi-Oh ever had.
Now, are all these Archfiends look like this with red eyes?
They do. They do. All the art does look like this.
Okay, so again, I can go through the list here, but I think it looks so dark that I'd be shocked if it wasn't. Like this guy looks like if you looked at a picture of Gul'dan, who's like the main portrait for Warlock, like he almost looks like he's his brother. And look at his scepter, bro. It's like it is like a it's gotta be dark. I'll go dark.
Final answer?
Like it could be fire, I guess, because it's a fiend, but I'll go dark. The wheel said fire, by the way. So if it's fire again,
the wheel said fire again. Interesting.
Dark?
Take a look.
Dude, what? Why? Like what? That one legitimately is too random. Like what is that's balancing that at that point, right? Like that has to be. They're like, oh fuck it, this is dark. It's gonna be so stupid, right?
So the Archfiends are interesting. If I recall, and I'm actually gonna try to look this up while I yap here, because I think this is correct, but I want to make sure I am correct. I think for some reason, all of the Archfiend cards are all different types, and I don't know why that is. So like the rook is a light, the pawn is an earth, the bishop is water, the knight is wind. They are all different types, and attributes. And I have no reason. I do not understand why that is the case. Because like to me, this screams dark. To you, it screamed dark, and for whatever reason, it's a fucking water. So I thought it'd be very fun to throw in.
Is it not balancing? Like, is it actually just because they felt like every Archfiend should be a random type? Like, is that it?
I gotta be honest with you, I have no clue. Even if I will tell you, even if this entire deck was dark, it would still be bad because this deck is not good. So it's like you could maybe argue they were trying to balance it so that everything wasn't dark, because Yu-Gi-Oh does love their dark monsters, but I gotta be honest, I have no idea, and Konami never gives us insight into the design process, so we will never know the answer as to why Dark Bishop Archfiend is a water.
I wonder if they had like a quota to fill, you know, like they need a certain amount of like different types attributes in like a set that they release.
Maybe if anyone in the comments knows why Dark Bishop Archfiend is a fucking water, please let me know, because I would love to know the reason. Anyway, here's your next one.
Gale Lizard, or is it Galley Lizard? I think it's Gale.
Gale.
Okay, reptile flip effect. Flip trigger one monster you put controls, return that token to your hands. Okay, so let me.
You like bouncing?
Dark and light don't make sense here. This is like an elemental kind of creature. It is flying, so wind's already up there. Water, nah. Fire, nah. Earth, I can see.
It is a reptile. It is a reptile.
What do reptiles have to do with?
I don't know. Like, what are? I'm just saying it's a reptile. I'm giving you just information. That's all.
I don't.
You would never overlook information.
You know, I've never, like, to be honest, like I've never really did a lot of research on reptiles. My mom was like super against it. So like even if I wanted to get one,
she was
like,
super against you researching
no,
reptiles?
like so for instance, you know what a gecko is? I've always thought geckos would look really funny, and I've always wanted to have a gecko. But
she wouldn't let you have a gecko.
She would never, like, she's not a pet person. Like, we had cats and dogs and stuff, but like she was not like anything
not like
exotic.
an exotic pet person.
Yeah. So
okay.
unless it was like for maybe a specific animal for like a school project, I don't think I've ever really gone out of my way for reptiles. But reptiles are like really interesting if you think about it. As far as I'm aware, reptiles have nothing to do with fire. There's like the Komodo dragon, I guess, but I don't think that thing's breathing fire. Water, like, yes, there are water reptiles, like the alligator or whatever, if that's considered one. I'm not really actually 100% sure what
I
an
think that's a
alligator
reptile.
is.
Yeah.
So because that sits in water, then I can maybe see it, but this one doesn't look like it sits in water because it's flying. As far as you could confirm on this, but I'm pretty sure alligators don't have fucking wings. So that makes me think that, and I don't think reptiles are casted magic. In Hearthstone, this would be a beast, and beasts don't typically have magic abilities. It'd be given to Hunter, and Hunter's usually not the most, like, he uses like, he has spells, but they're like weapons. Like they'll like deal damage with like a bow or some shit. So this immediately makes me think it's earth or wind. Now the question ends up being, would I lean more towards a flying lizard being a wind type? Yes, I would.
What does the wheel say? That could help your decision.
Good question. The wheel's not doing shit, man. I don't know why.
The wheel's gotten one thing correct.
It's here for your.
Which, to be fair, you got wrong. So don't forget that.
It's going with dark, bro. The wheel's drunk. You got lucky. I want to go with wind. What is a gale? Can I look up what a gale lizard is? What is a gale lizard? Like, what is?
Well, I don't think you find a gale lizard, but like a gale is like, you know, a gust of wind. So.
Oh, is that actually what it is?
Yeah, like you never heard of like a gale warning? Like if you live like,
no, I've legitimately never. Can you use the word in a sentence? Like I want to hear what you mean. Like the wind is going to be very gale today.
There's a gale warning. Like go inside because like it's a type of, it's like a classification of like weather for wind specifically. Yeah.
Maybe I've heard of it and I never paid enough attention to it, but
if you don't live like where there are gales, you may have never heard of it. Yeah, because it's like you have to live in certain areas for that to even be a thing.
I mean, I haven't watched like the weather or like the news in like at least 15
years. Oh, don't worry.
So.
We know that based off of the earlier conversations we had in this video.
Gale lizard. I mean, that makes me think it's wind then. If you're telling me it's a type of.
Or am I baiting you?
I mean, dude. Like if it doesn't
would I ever do such a thing? Would I ever do such a thing?
Well, you would, but I don't think you would lie about the definition of a word.
I am I am not lying about the definition of a gale. I am not. I will give you that. I'm being truthful.
All right, we'll go with wind. I'll go with wind. It makes sense. It also like the art like looks like he's flapping his wings or some shit. So
it does look like he's flapping his wings, but
I like it. Oh, what the fuck? all that effort.
All that effort. I tried to help you. But you didn't take it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I kind of get it because it's like a lizard. Like lizards are like, you know, it's like gales, like, you know, it's like a storm. I don't know. I think this should be wind too. I'm with you. Like, it's like some of these things just make no sense, and that's the fun of this because like you can try to rationalize it or like logically deduce all you want, but you'll never figure it out. And speaking of which, here's your next one.
Iris, the Earth Mother. Okay. After a chain with 3 or more linked resolves, draw 1 card. This effect cannot activate if multiple card effects with the same name are activated in the chain. Oh, interesting.
So, like, for instance, in, like, Magic, if there was a stack of, like, you play a card, I play a card, you play another card, that would be, like, chain link 3 for us. So then Iris would trigger and you draw a card.
But, so, hold on. Based on the wording, though, if it was, like, 3 different cards, but then I played the same card again twice, it looks like it wouldn't resolve. Is that true?
What's really interesting about that is that if you play... Let's say you go... play a card, like I play a card, so that's the second card. Then you play a third card. And let's say I play a 4th card that is the same name as the 3rd card. For whatever reason, the chain does not recognize that multiple cards are being played with the same name. And so it still works for some reason, but I don't know why.
Dude, your game is so fucked up.
So I'm gonna give you a bit of context here. So we have a deck called Chain Burn. So literally the entire premise is building stacks or chains, and there are certain cards that say if like this card is chain link whatever, you deal that much damage times like 400 to your opponent. So if you get the card to like chain link 5 or 6, it deals like a quarter of their life to kill them, type of thing.
Okay.
But like, so when a card is looking at the chain, it's looking at the cards that were activated before it, and it's not counting itself, which is like a weird like thing.
Okay.
So depending on the circumstances, that may or may not work with Iris.
Okay. What the fuck? All right.
I just probably fried your brain. I'm sorry.
It doesn't seem very intuitive. That's why it's like.
It doesn't. Precisely, but that's Yu-Gi-Oh! At the end of the day. It's never intuitive. It's irrelevant because there's hold on. I'll show you another card. This is not for you to evaluate, but this is like the card that it matters the most with. So give this card a read.
Accumulated Fortune. Activate only as chain link 4 or higher. Draw 2 cards. You cannot activate this card if multiple cards / effects with the same name are on the chain. Yeah.
So Accumulated Fortune is basically Pot of Greed if you're at chain link 4 or higher. So this is played in this type of deck. And so what happens is if you go chain link 1, chain link 2, chain link 3, chain link 4. Let's say all those cards are different. Let's say you play Accumulated Fortune as your chain link 4. You're allowed to play a second Accumulated Fortune as chain link 5 only because it doesn't count itself when it's looking at the chain. It's looking at the 4 cards played before it. So even though it says like multiple cards and effects in the same chain, it hasn't counted itself. So you couldn't activate like a third Accumulated Fortune because now there's 2 Accumulated Fortunes in the chain. Yeah. But again, it's like, it's not very intuitive to understand that. But for this type of deck, that's like very important to know because otherwise like the deck is like completely different.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That's interesting.
Yeah. And these cards are from the same set for the record. This whole set was based on like doing stuff with chains, and they were all these cards were pretty much unplayable except for like Accumulated Fortune because it draws cards.
You know what's really interesting is I was gonna go look at Accumulated Fortune to see what type it was, and it just says strap card, and I never actually like looked at that before, so that sucked.
You learned something. Great. Congratulations.
All right, Iris the Earth Mother. Okay, let me think this through. In Hearthstone, what class would this be associated with? Probably Druid.
She looks like a Druid card.
I can't think of another one. Druid just makes sense. Druid interacts.
Maybe Priest.
Maybe. Like fairy
She has like this like angelic look to her, and she's a fairy, so like.
Fairy types are mage, Druid, maybe a priest. Maybe. I'm trying to think if like Hunter would have it, but I don't think Hunter would. I think it's mage.
I can see it because it's like the earth.
Yeah, I think Druid makes the most sense. Druid would be considered with nature mainly. So that makes me think of earth. I could also see fairy though being like a light monster. Also because the effect is casting a spell or like casting something to draw a card. That might be a little bit of a reach. I mean, I say that in the video that literally makes no fucking sense for a majority of these cards. So I can still see. I can see light.
That's why it's fun. That's why it's fun.
I can see light.
I'm just saying this is the equivalent of you making me guess cost, like just straight up. This is the same
I am gonna disagree with you, good sir. I'm gonna disagree with you. I think you're a good enough card game evaluator that you could deduce what a mana cost would cost in Hearthstone. You could get in the ballpark.
And I thought you were a good enough player to figure out what the attributes of these cards are, so it's equal.
Okay, I mean, sure.
I thought you use your 5,000 IQ to deduce Konami's decision making for why they make Dark Bishop Archfiend a water.
Yeah. when you put it like that, I'm such an idiot. Where's the Earth Mother? She also has fucking Earth in the name. No, I'm going light.
She has Earth in the name.
I'm going light. I'll go light.
You're going light.
I'll go light. Let me I'm going light. I'm going light specifically because it almost looks like she's activating some kind of magic draw card. The wheel says fire, and there's no way this is fire, so I'll go light.
You think Iris the Earth Mother is a light?
Yes.
Well, you'd be correct. It is.
Yes! Suck it! Holy
All right.
shit.
See, isn't it so satisfying when you get it right? It's great.
Oh my god, thank God.
I love this video too because I get to show you some of like the worst Yu-Gi-Oh cards ever at the same time. And I have like no other context to show you like 90% of these. Anyway, you got 2 left. Here's your next one.
I'm so glad I got that. Holy shit. Okay. Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. What a name. Must be fusion summon when this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard. Inflict damage to your opponents equal to the attack of that destroyed monster in the graveyard. Okay. So first and foremost, what's my man's arms? Does he have a dragon head as an arm?
He has a dragon as his arms. Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
He's a sick looking card. He's a very iconic card for sure. He was like one of the like anime like front runner, not like Dark Magician level, but like he's kind of up there as like a very iconic anime card.
Okay. I mean, he kind of looks like a demon. No, that's what I'm gonna be on. Oh, he kind of has like an angel. No, it looks like a dragon. I'm actually not sure what that wing is. Kind of looks like the shape of an angel wing, but I don't think angel wings really look like that.
It's got like angel devil, you know, it's got that kind of vibe going for it.
So immediately I want to go darker light here, but let me try to. He's flame wingman, and he does have fire coming from the dragon's head, so fire actually looks a lot, kind of likely. Wind also because he's flying. I don't see, or maybe water. No, water for sure out.
Okay, water's out.
Light doesn't make sense for something like this. This guy looks like he's dark. His effect is inflicting damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the trained monster. That sounds like I'm almost sacrificing the monster to deal damage to something. So I really don't think light makes sense there.
It's kind of like overkill in Hearthstone. I think that's like a good comparison. Because it's like you kill the monster, but then you also just do a bunch of damage to them.
Okay, so if it's overkill, then that means it's not even dark or light. It's just damage. Which means he's beating the shit out of you with something.
Yeah.
Imagine he's hitting a monster so hard he punches Yugi straight in the face as he's extending his arm through the monster, which basically is earth or fire. God, I think fire makes a lot of sense here. Flame wingman is kind of brutal though. That is both. Also, it has elemental in the name.
It does have elemental in the name. That's interesting.
Makes me think it's more of like that. Okay, element dragon was light though, so that doesn't help me. I'm gonna go with fire. I think fire does make sense here.
Just feel a fire vibe from this.
I'm thinking it like have you ever watched Avatar: The Last Airbender? You ever seen that show?
A little bit.
There's an episode where Aang's trying to learn fire for the first time, and he does like a move on water that actually hits Katara as he's doing it, kind of like extended damage. He didn't mean to, but he did hit her. And that's what I'm getting from this. Like the fire's doing so much, it also extends to like whoever monsters controls the monster that it's hitting. I'll go fire. I think fire makes sense. Also, the wheel said fire, so it kind of lines up.
Oh, okay. Lines up. Well, you're both wrong. It's wind.
God damn it. Shit.
This one's tough because it's like it could go both ways. I feel like because it's like it's in the name, flame wingman. So it's like it's either fire or wind for the most part. And it's like maybe you could go the dark angle because he is kind of like dark. Like he does look like a bit demonic. So like I could see that maybe. But yeah, this one's tricky because it's like I feel like it could go either way depending on how you wanted it to.
God damn. Okay.
Are you ready for your last card?
Yes, I think so.
This is gonna be a fun way to end it. And if people already know, this is gonna be fun.
Elemental Mistress Dorado.
So Dorado is every attribute except one. Which one is she not?
Dark. I'm Elemental Mistress. She doesn't. Okay, light looks so realistic for this card. Like this is light. This is light.
Okay.
Give me. Is she in the anime? Can I have some context on what this is? Like, is it?
I don't think she's in the anime.
Fuck.
No, I have no context for this.
I'm kind of curious.
I was trying to blur out her effect so you didn't see like which one she is.
Oh.
Because she has text, but it's blurred out. So I'll give you the cool combo with this card. For the record, this never got actually done because it's ridiculous and it never would. But here is what people would want to use this card for. Actually, I can't show this to you because it actually kind of ruins it. I'll show it to you after the fact. I got it ready.
This is okay. The fact that it has elemental in the name makes me think that wind, fire, water all makes sense. Okay. And she looks like a priest. Mm-hmm. So then dark's the odd one out. That was my first idea here.
Okay.
I don't know how she could be dark. Like it says spellcaster ritual. Ritual is an interesting word there because it almost makes me feel like most dark magic would be catered toward, or most rituals would be dark magic.
Okay.
So then maybe she's dark and then she doesn't have light. It's like a reverse.
But she looks so light.
Yeah, but why would you have ritual? Like
because that's her card type. She's a ritual monster.
Yeah, but so like in Hearthstone, at least, rituals are catered towards summoning something that is usually pretty evil.
Which is what our game is as well. Yep.
That makes me think it's more dark than it is light, but she looks so light.
Okay. So you have it down between dark and light. You have it between dark and light, is what you're going with.
I think the elemental package just makes sense. Like, I feel like if they omitted one, it doesn't make sense why it's called Elemental Mistress. Like, I feel like that really does not make sense, but it's also Konami. But I mean, what else am I going off of, right? So I'll leave them all in.
Okay.
Rituals, like spellcaster ritual, like I'm trying to think if there's any Hearthstone card that has like a ritual that is from priest or paladin. I don't think so. Paladin doesn't really summon like ritual type beings. Priest maybe, like, but that's dark magic from priest because priest has shadow. I'll go she doesn't have light. I think that makes sense based on the ritual thing. And I feel like if there's one thing that she doesn't have and you're trying to throw me off, it would be she doesn't have light.
So you think she's not light, so she's dark, earth, water, fire, wind.
Yeah, let me check the wheel.
What's the wheel say?
Weirdly also picking light.
Interesting. Okay. Final answer?
Final answer.
You should have gone with your gut, buddy.
Is it? Oh, man.
I didn't think the ritual thing is the thing that would trip you up, actually. That's really funny. So this card's bad. This card basically never saw play. There was this cute gimmick you could do with her where you have this card. Give this a quick read.
Elemental Burst, tribute 1 each of wind, water, fire, and earth monsters to activate this card. Destroy all cards. I'm guessing you sacrifice her and it does the effect.
Yeah, because she counts as everything. Yeah, so like theoretically, like there's this combo where it's like she's a very low level ritual monster, so it's not hard to summon her. You could go like I forget the ritual spell to summon her, but you play the card, you summon Doriado. You could theoretically nuke everything on your opponent's field, which by old Yu-Gi-Oh standards was like not common because like a lot of the board wipes got banned for a long time. Funny enough, Elemental Burst has actually seen modern play. There is a card that lets you copy the effect of a trap card without having to pay the cost. So literally Elemental Burst just says destroy all cards on your opponent's side of the field. So that card has actually seen play because of that reason, which is hilarious. But Doriado sucks and never saw play. But for the purpose of this video, I thought it'd be fun to show you a 5 attribute monster.
That's fine. No, that's good. I like it. Damn, man.
Yeah. We have a few others. We have a few others that are like 2 attributes. Like there's a card called Light and Darkness Dragon that is both a light and a dark attribute technically. It's not very like common that we have those types of things because like attributes for the most part aren't like super important in Yu-Gi-Oh. Like they can be for some things. But I don't know. I just thought this would be a wildly different video than what we've done historically. And I get to show you a lot of really bad cards on top of it, which is fun.
Yeah. I hope you have fun. I
had a great time. I was over here laughing the entire time.
That shit is RNG fiesta. Actually, I don't know. I feel like I could deduce it down to like a couple, and then it genuinely feels like a 50-50. Like it's hard to actually figure out.
So it's like playing Hearthstone.
No, it does not feel like playing Hearthstone. It's not. Hearthstone isn't randomness. I'm lying.
We'll see what the comments say about that. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout out the patrons for all their continued support. So shouts to Shadow1317, Tim00x3, MBT Play Madolce, Moto, Cameron L. Smith, The Synchro Guy, Pony Stark, Little Fayley, Dan the Man Hoban, Draconic, Brian Dancer of Class 7, Dylan Rare Hunter, JW11860, Flannel Daddy, literally all of the guinea pigs, Cheeks McLapperty, MBT canceled by community soon, canceled by committee soon, canceled by all players soon, Wonder Waffle, Daniel Howell, MBT and Nimnim's One Boxer Brief Fueled Knight of Passion, Electrician of the Ice Barrier, The Noble 129, Chris Adams, and Lillamancy. Thank you all again so much for watching, and we will see you next time.